everyone, welcome back to my craft room. Today I have the third and final card for our Make and Take Club this month. It is using Avery Elle's Peekaboo Critters again, and I'm really excited to share with you how cute this fair card comes out. Look how cute, so cute. So I'm excited to show you how I put this card together. You can see the first card by clicking on the link above. That will take you to where I made the ocean themed card. And then you can check out the second card. It's actually on my Instagram. I had the help of my followers to help me put it together, but I'll show you all three cards at the end of the video. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy.
The stamp sets that I'm using for this card are by Avery Elle. The first one is Peekaboo Pals, and I stamped in Lawn Fawn's jet black ink and colored with my pro markers the elephant, monkey, panda, and this party hat that I also used a star from the next set, Peekaboo Fair, where I stamped and colored the cotton candy, flag, and Ferris wheels. I also cut and colored 3 additional buckets in the same color as I'm going to be layering these. Next, I'm cutting out my card base. I'm keeping this card a little more simple. I like to have different levels of difficulty in my card kits, so this one is going to be a little bit more on the simpler or easier side, for lack of better words. I don't think card assembling is necessarily easier, it's just a little more simpler for this particular card. I die cut the background from the clouds, and I'm going to glue down that outline as an outline on my card base. Next, I'm going to glue down the Ferris wheel in that lower left-hand corner of my card. I'm just using wet glue, as it gives me a chance to maneuver the piece before it dries and is stuck for good on that card base. Next, I'm going to use the puffy cloud template that came from cutting out all those individual clouds to put the different cloud pieces that I want on my card. This just helps with spacing. It's not necessary, but I like to use it to know where I'm going to put all of the clouds and which clouds have those flat pieces from being die cut with that border. I'm using wet glue to adhere these directly to the card base, and I'm just going to pick the 4 that won't interfere with the Ferris wheel pieces. Now I need to figure out how I want to put my critters. The elephant is kind of large, so I want to make sure there's plenty of room for him. But I also want to have my critters holding the different elements that I cut and colored, like the flag and the cotton candy. So I play with the different images to kind of figure out what I want, even though I do change my monkey and elephant when I do finally put the final card together. I'm using some dimensionals to pop up my panda. I'm using 1 layer of dimensionals and putting them a little more to the left. And then I'm going to double up the Ferris wheel bucket to add a little more depth to the card, like the panda is sitting inside of the bucket. Next, I decided to put my elephant in the pink Ferris wheel bucket, again popping up the elephant with 1 layer of dimensionals and doubling up on the Ferris wheel bucket. I realized that there was not enough pop-up behind the elephant, so I'm sticking another one in there to keep my Ferris wheel bucket even. Finally, I'm going to pop up that monkey in the green bucket, again with 1 layer of dimensionals. But I realize he's interfering with the pink bucket behind him, so I need to add an additional layer. I'm using 2 layers of dimensionals for my green Ferris wheel bucket, and that's when I realized that my monkey was way too low. You can't even see him. So I luckily was able to peel him off a little and raised him up. So he is going to be double dimensional stacked because he has to be in front of the pink bucket. But that's okay, I don't mind that he's further out than the rest. It's really hard to tell. Now that I have all of my critters in place, I'm going to glue on my little paws and extras. So I put the party hat on the elephant and glue the hands on top of the bucket. And the panda is going to be holding the flag, so I glue down the red flag and the panda's paw to look like it's holding on to the red flag. And finally, I'm gluing down my monkey's paws, gluing down the cotton candy and his paw to look like he's holding that cotton candy. Now that everything is in place, I'm using my white gel pen to add some light and dimension to my images. I meant to do this before I glued everything down, but I wasn't sure how it was all going to be placed. So now that everything is in place, I'm just going through with that white gel pen and adding a little bit more to my images. I really like the way it looks with the white gel pen, and I've been forgetting on some of my cards. It's not necessary, but it just does add a little bit more. Once that's complete, I want to add a little more to my background, so I'm using some liquid pearls just to add some embellishment to the background. I started out with just the top of the card, but later I'm going to add more. I'm using my Wink of Stella brush pen to add some shimmer throughout the card, put it in just different spots and kind of add it as a little bit of shading to my critters. I also decided that I would use it to outline the Ferris wheel, so I'm going to color in that gray circle and go over all of the lines of my die cut stamped Ferris wheel. Now I'm adding those liquid pearls like I mentioned before and tapping the back to give them a more rounded look rather than that dropped Hershey Kiss kind of look. I like how my card turned out. I think it's really sweet and goes well with my other 2 cards I made for Make and Take Club this month. You can see my card here on the left is a farm style card along with my boat card we made in an earlier video. I still love my water on this card. I think it's so fun and I love the splatter. I had a really fun time making this card with my followers on Instagram. If you helped vote, thank you. I think it's such a cute card and I love how it turned out. I can't wait to do it again. And finally, this cute little Ferris wheel card. I think the buckets are so fun and that you can have the critters hold their fair treats while they ride the Ferris wheel. So thank you again for watching. If you like this card, please don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.